Oops.
Welcome to the Lift Heavy Run Long podcast, episode number 180-something. You can find us at www.liftheavyrunlong.com, on Twitter and Instagram at liftrunlong. I have 187. Also, feel free to email me directly at the address wilson@liftheavyrunlong.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, you should be, because we want you to be there. Search for Lift Heavy Run Long Community and request to join right now. My name is Wilson Horrell. I am one of your hosts. I would like to remind you that the Lift Heavy Run Long podcast is not censored, so listen at your own risk. Lift Heavy Run Long has an app. We want you to be on it. We will give you that app free of charge if you go to www.liftheavyrunlong.com, click on the Sign Up Now button, and with the free program, you'll be subscribed to the LHRL Daily, which includes 3 bodyweight exercises every week, 4 barbell strength exercises, and 4 daily WODs. For $19.99 per month. I am thumping my foot, aren't I?
No, your foot's messing with my cord.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. If it was the other way around, you would have caught hell by now. Thank you very much for the way that you handled that. For $19.99 per month, you can have access to all the programs that Lift Heavy Run Long has to offer. Everything from 5K programs to 100-mile programs to Spartan races to triathlons. Go and sign up now. I have sitting next to my right the most amazing woman in the world, Dr. Amanda Kimsey Horrell, jacked in tan.
Hello.
How are you, pretty lady?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you.
Good
to have you. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being my wife.
5 years now.
Really good things. 5 years. Knuckle up.
Happy anniversary.
We done good, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Had a lot of fun together.
Vaughn did a really nice post for us.
He sure did, man, and I
Good.
appreciate that
Yeah.
very
Well, you're
much.
welcome, yeah.
That was very nice. You're not one to just, go to the fields like that, and it meant
Right.
all the more because of it.
Well, it's really cool, I think, how you guys met and everything.
You're a big part of that.
It's special. Yeah.
That's really why he posted it, because he wanted to take credit for
It was a humble it was a humble brag.
They came to my gym, and,
And I'm happy for you to do it, because I'm glad you're humbly bragging about that, because that's been a big deal in my life. And that person that we're speaking of is the Reverend Vaughn Rawls.
Hello.
You doing good?
I'm doing pretty good, yeah.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
You're looking better than last week.
Well, good.
And better than the week before.
I would love to look better every week for the rest of my life.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I'll tell you about the supplement I'm taking to make that happen in about 6 months when once we get all the deals worked out.
After I post my affiliate link
Right.
in the community.
Yeah, and you subscribe for my email list. I will do that.
I will tell you how to look.
I have to say, your
every
lake
week.
house post picture of those burgers and tater tots is the definition of the lake house.
You are correct.
It took me back to when I went to the lake. That was lake memories right there. Yeah.
Amanda and I talked about that. I got emotional over that picture. I started to say stuff. I mean, it's so like American.
It is.
It was such a picture that just took me to all kinds of different memories. And burgers do that to me anyway. I mean, anytime I see burgers and tater tots, I get excited.
He cries.
A little
The only
bit
thing he cries
Tater
more
tots
over
in
is peanut
general.
butter.
verklempt. But this was especially, I don't know what the term, nostalgic maybe.
Nostalgic is a great word.
Well, the river is fun because whenever we eat, I'm the one that cooks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always going to be
What you like.
hamburgers, steaks, or tater tots or whatever. So
That's awesome.
Speaking, I said nostalgic, and you said that's a good word, but was that the right word? Did I use that correctly?
Nostalgic means it reminds you of better times.
So that would be right.
Older times.
there have definitely been better times.
Yeah, I was going to joke. You said this is episode 187, and I was going to say it's also week 452 of 2020.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
This year is just going and going and going.
That it is. And that the gentleman who is speaking is
Who is that?
Big Thirsty Brian Swanson.
Oh,
Big thirsty.
He's on a
Apparently
2-week
I bring
streak,
hot
just
dogs.
like the rest of us.
apparently you do what about hot dogs?
I said, apparently I'm bringing the hot dogs.
So how many days into COVID
It
are
was
we?
part of his, we're going live, and
Oh.
Big Thirsty's going to be.
Oh, gotcha.
See, some of us actually read Wilson's
Oh, I
posts.
don't do that.
Oh, I didn't either. I had no idea what was going on.
They're so witty.
I read the ones that count.
Okay, this just keeps going out, so maybe you had nothing to do with it.
Maybe
by
it's
the way.
me.
I don't know. It keeps going out.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
I can't remember.
What kind of hot
How
dogs
witty-
are you bringing?
How witty his post
Like if
was.
It
you
was something
if you
important.
brought hot dogs, this is an important question. If you brought hot dogs to an event, what hot dog would you bring?
Well, I would probably actually bring a brat.
Oh,
Oh,
One.
yes.
No, or brats.
You said singular.
but if you had to bring a hot dog,
I would bring a cheese-filled Oscar Mayer weiner would be my hot dog of choice.
I like that. I like that. That's a very valid question, Vaughn. Of all the questions that have been asked on the show, that's probably
I can't
top
think
5
of, I can't
material.
Think of a better one.
I can't think of one that's more important or necessary for our audience.
I would bring the Bar S quarter-pound hot dogs.
I don't tell
which
me
are,
about this.
Which are probably yay big and about the roundness of a.
Okay. This
What do
is
you call
getting-
it? Careful! I was trying to. You ever seen like a silver dollar? They're about as big around as a silver dollar, about as long as.
We don't need to go into metaphors, anything like that.
Wait, what were you describing?
Oh, boy.
Good times.
I would go with ballpark. I think I would just go with ball. You can't go wrong with ballpark, Franks.
All beef?
All beef.
Yeah, you just gotta have the big ones.
Got to have the big
The
one.
quarter pounders are it's a must do. Either get it from the butcher shop or whatever. But
I don't think I've had a legit hot dog from a butcher shop before.
Have
Oh,
not
they're
been.
good.
I've never
quarter
been a
pound
hot
hot-
dog connoisseur. Not for a lack of interest, just for a lack of opportunity, which I guess maybe is interest. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's not like I've turned my nose up at
Right.
it. Like, I'm not willing to try the 42 different hot dog flavors that you have. I just haven't been in a position that I've sought that out. So,
Mm-hmm. I tried something this week that I haven't tried in years, and clearly it's something that I've been needing in my life. But I bought a pack of bologna. I haven't just bought a pack of regular old bologna in a long time.
I'm going to let you have all that.
No bologna?
No
Okay,
fried
I'm not mad
bologna
at
or
you.
fried spam or anything like that?
again, it's
So
something you
I
can get.
did fried spam as a kid.
We did too.
But I've just never been a fan of bologna. I could eat it. Push come to shove, I could eat it. It's not like I'm grossed out by it or anything like that. I just don't enjoy it.
I can
Of
do
all
it.
the
I can do it.
processed meats, that is probably my least favorite.
I can do a bologna and cheese with mustard.
White bread?
Yeah, but what I would really do only white bread. I mean, that's the only kind of bread anyway.
Has anybody ever eaten a wheat bread
No,
bologna sandwich?
Nobody likes
that
dark
would be
bread.
stupid.
Stupid. You can also get from the butcher shop a log of bologna.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Get it
And you
thick
can
cut.
slice that up
Oh,
and
yeah.
put it on the grill with some barbecue sauce,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is the way to
Can
really
I tell
eat bologna.
you about the worst backyard barbecue I've ever experienced? And let me just give you a hint. You just kind of clued in on it. So I have a buddy that lived in Memphis. He was from Gainesville, Florida, or went to school there and spent a lot of time, spent many, many years there. And he was getting married, was having his rehearsal dinner in somebody's backyard. And so we go to Gainesville, and we're in somebody's backyard in Gainesville, Florida. And I wish I could remember the name of the barbecue place, but he's like, seriously, Brian, as long as you've been in Memphis and we've been friends, he's like, you've just got to try this barbecue. And I kid you not, it was fried bologna with barbecue sauce poured over it. And I was like, I'm leaving. Like, we're not even friends anymore.
Man.
I don't know why I drove to Gainesville, because we're obviously not friends.
There are several places.
Don't call this barbecue.
There are several places in Memphis you can get a barbecue bologna sandwich that will rock your world.
I don't want to dispute that that might be a good thing and that people might enjoy that. But don't tell me that I'm about to put the best barbecue I've ever had in my mouth and hand me.
Oh no,
bologna.
that's probably true.
Well, if he would have had a few racks of ribs and a shoulder and some burgers,
yeah,
and had some bologna, that would have been fantastic. But
Right.
bologna can't be the barbecue.
can't be the barbecue. That's where I'm at with it.
I agree 100%. I'm a big fan of microwave fried bologna,
I've
where you put
never
the
had
cheese on it and it curls up like a cup.
Huh.
Yep.
I've never tried that.
It's wonderful.
Do you cover the bologna in the microwave with a paper towel?
Well, that's the problem. It used to curl up like a cup when I would enjoy it, but now it's not quite as pleasurable because
you have to put a paper
you
towel
have to
in
put
there?
something. I put another plate. I took a plate. I told Grayson, I said, "You're going to love this. It's unbelievable. If you've never had it, I'm about to change your life." And I took a plate, and then I put the bologna on there, and then I started getting worried about it splattering everywhere. And since I'm incapable of cleaning things up, I knew that Amanda would see it, so I put a bowl on top of the plate.
Oh.
Well, apparently,
So you kind of smoked the bologna in the microwave.
sort of like
Right.
that, yeah.
Indirect heat.
But it doesn't make it. It doesn't allow it to curl.
And it also ruined the bowl. So
Right. Well, and then the bowl was very hot, and Amanda was trying to sleep, and I'm like, it sounds like I'm breaking dishes in the kitchen. But
So
whatever.
that's what you were doing in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I told Grayson, I was like, here's like the second meal of your life that I've ever prepared for you, and it was a bust. He was very uninterested.
that's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
Did y'all just end up going to Dodge's and getting some
K-Max
pizza rolls?
says that
I think we'd already done
microwave bologna is not fried bologna.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But it does make a popping sound that sounds like something that
Sounds
was
like
frying.
frothing.
So, anyways,
Jeez, people.
Can you also hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because my ears are dead.
I just hit record a few moments ago,
That's fantastic.
but I got it recorded on our handy backup digital recorder. So I'll just put that together.
because you got the clapper to sync it all up, so it'll be great.
Oh, right.
Oh man.
Well, the clapper's broken.
Yeah, we only have that.
So,
That works pretty good,
I
though.
mean, I guess you could do that.
Every
yeah,
piece is
that'll be
flying off
enough.
of it every time.
that will match it with the rest
Better
of it.
late than
Omaha
never.
needs to bring.
Oh, you could probably do that anywhere, and it'll sync up, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't have to. Oh, that's awesome. I was literally thinking you had to do that.
I
and
kinda
it synced
was
up
too.
afterwards, but that actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Because it's just looking for that
Yeah,
one thing.
it's looking for the spike.
And speaking of looking for that one thing, we're on the lookout for Womahawk because he's supposed to be providing us another clapper,
Oh.
but he
Yeah.
has not. So he's lied. To this point, he's been a liar.
It'll probably be like UT Orange or something, though. So
That'd be good.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. But we do need the clapper. He said he had a clapper, and we don't have the clapper. I have.
you have the clap.
Well, we'll
I
go.
have the.
We'll go drag him on Twitter.
That'd be good. He'll respond to that.
Yeah.
If you want to get in touch with Womahawk, you got to get on Twitter. That's where he is.
At Womahawk.
It is. It's cool to see like how into soccer he is and stuff like that. Some of his tweets and stuff like that. Like he really tracks. And I mean, I
Yeah.
know his like sports history or some of his sports history, and how he really had to get into kind of the stats of players and stuff like that. But like he's really into soccer.
He is. And his tweets are generally funny.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of the soccer tweets.
I don't understand a lot of them.
I'll just read them. I had to look up his username on Twitter
Uh-huh.
or the little handle he's got thing because I didn't have any idea what it meant.
I don't know what it means either.
It's like a chant that some soccer team sings when they're at the soccer game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Tammy, Tammy, or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was some like porn reference or something. I don't know. He's changed it a few times, and I haven't understood it any of the time. But I've never gone so far as to look at it. But Twitter does a good job of letting you know when the people that you like are tweeting stuff. I see all your tweets. I see all of Womahawk's tweets.
Do you see mine?
You don't tweet.
Nope. I don't even know my password to get on there anymore. I had to figure it out.
I have a GFO report, injury report.
Okay.
Gary Owens his ankle is hurt, but he's running through it.
He's running through it.
That's correct. So he's going to do what he can to stay injured for as long as possible, but he's still out there doing his thing. Just think it's important that
Sounds
we
like
discuss.
a perfect member of this community.
That's right. What else would you expect? But I just don't feel like the LHRL podcast is complete without at least a mention of Gary Owens and what's going on in his
The
world.
rest of the world, they give COVID reports. We give GFO reports.
Right. And sometimes in the same at the same time.
Right.
A GFO
Sometimes
report
COVID
is a
report
COVID
is
report.
about GFO.
The,
I was supposed to go meet them this weekend, and I sadly had trouble sleeping the night before, so didn't get up and go meet them. But I'm committed to doing my best to try and get out for a group run every weekend going forward, and damn the rest of the consequences and stuff. I've got to start doing something.
Has anyone signed up for a race that is not canceled?
I'm still signed up for the half Ironman in Memphis.
And it's still not canceled.
It's still not canceled. October 3rd.
they're bound to cancel that, right?
All evidence would indicate that is likely.
I'm signed up for St. Jude.
We are both signed up for St. Jude in a big way.
Yep.
We are.
Hey, you're doing good on your money raising.
I'm doing pretty good, yeah. I'm over $1,000.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to break $1,000 on my birthday weekend, or that day, on my birthday, and I actually did it.
Yep.
Very cool.
Got over $1,000. So
it can't be easy in these conditions to.
It's weird. It's all weird, and especially if you don't know if the race is going to even happen. For some reason, that feels a little awkward. I know that it shouldn't, because it's for a good cause anyway.
You're raising money for St. Jude regardless of the race.
Yeah,
that's just your motive. Well, your non-entry. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You're getting a free race entry out of it. That's not why you're doing it, but you're getting a free race entry out of it, right?
No.
You don't get a free race entry?
No, you have to donate $75.
Okay.
Don said that Lubbock Ironman is happening this weekend.
What?
Lubbock.
Yeah.
Lubbock, Texas.
Okay. Sure, that one.
No
Lubbock.
kidding.
Lubbock.
Huh.
Yeah, they're probably catching like the upside of the second surge, and they're like, screw it, let's do it. And
I just assumed an organization as big as Ironman would stay as far away from any liability like that as possible.
Daniela said that somewhere at Memphis has volunteer training for it on June 25th.
The Ironman Memphis volunteer training is June 25th. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh.
Womahawk's watching.
Womahawk is now watching.
We've already bashed him.
We've already dragged you, sir.
Yeah, you're going to have to go back and rewatch the episode, Drew, because we've already talked bad about you.
Yeah, sorry.
Expect some hate tweets from our large contingent of LHRL Twitter fans.
That's right.
They'll be
You
coming
got
at
45 minutes to deliver a clapper, or else this is going live. Oh, man, I'm having all kinds of problems, dude.
We're going to reveal the truth about your Twitter handle. Your Tammy. People might think it's a soccer reference, but we know what it is, my friend. We know.
Wow.
Drew, what the hell happened?
Man, my computer just locked up.
Uh-oh.
I got it going back again, but thank God that we have our backup digital recorder.
Is it really recording?
Thank God we're
Yeah.
so professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone can still see us on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're responding.
Look at that. We are just really
We got it going on.
high tier.
For a podcast, we do well.
Making our way to 200,000 downloads. I looked at it today. It's at 175,000
What's that, 175,000?
podcast downloads.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't
I
believe
didn't
people
want to. I
listen
didn't want to
this.
digress from that, but I wanted to give Wilson props because of all the things, of all the challenges in his life that he's overcome, the fact that he's not freaking out about the laptop not
Indeed.
working right now, and maybe he's just covering it well.
I crushed a trazodone and put it in his dinner.
Is that what you did?
He doesn't know.
You seem genuinely unconcerned, and I love that you're being chill about it. So.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, feeling pretty good about things.
Amanda's like, I need him to take them, but I don't need him to know he's taking them.
Right. No, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I feel good.
The guy on the Ironman Memphis Ford says it's happening. Dawn says they've changed the way the race starts and such. Interesting. Well, I guess I should start training again.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know. I'm concerned about St. Jude.
I am very concerned about St. Jude. You're talking about 30,000 people jam-packed in wintertime by December.
If COVID is still an issue, if things are on the rise, I believe that St. Jude will wait until early to mid-November to cancel it, to give people a chance to cancel their travel plans and such. But they will wait as long as they can to cancel it to see if a second or third surge is happening, because they want the race to happen. It's good for Memphis. It's good for them. But at the end of the day, I believe they'll be responsible enough to cancel the race if that is not the right decision for the participants and the fans and the volunteers and all the other people. Because it's not just 30,000 people running. It's also probably another 10 to 30,000 fans.
Yep.
And you probably figure 5,000 volunteers.
And people handing out random things to runners along the course.
Well, and I include those in the fans,
But what I mean is, like, if you're not gonna. In years past, you may have grabbed a shot of Jägermeister from some guy and shot it, but you're not going to do that anymore. Like,
well, if it's Jägermeister, it's going to kill it.
Well, that's probably true. Right. If I grabbed a Christmas tree cake from somebody on the side of the road, just random, and ate
a child.
Oh, man.
Katie's saying that she thinks that St. Jude Memphis Marathon weekend will likely be a thing. It won't be the same event, mostly virtual, but something will happen.
Could the argument be made that St. Jude has a vested interest more than most of delaying the announcement of canceling St. Jude anyway because of fundraising, and their ultimate goal is obviously to raise money versus get a bunch of people together to run?
I guess that depends on how their agreement with their heroes is written in a way that does them canceling the event nullify your requirement to raise that money?
Right. Yeah.
And
so,
not to make it about business, but I mean, yes, I 100% believe it would be in their best interest to delay any changes to the event so that fundraising will continue.
Well, part of the whole thing of being the gold level, or whatever it is, we gold, is you get the hotel room for the weekend. You get to stay downtown with your family. It's a really fun experience, and it is worth the work raising that money. And it's worth, if if you're $1,000 short and you have to pay $1,000, which I've done that before. It's worth that because the whole thing is an experience. It's a lot of fun, but I can't imagine any of that stuff is going to happen this year.
Yeah. They've been having some really good Zoom meetings and stuff to further help people raise their money, because I know it's harder to do it right now. And I'm sure they have it every year, but this is the first year I participated in these meetings and stuff, and they're really working their butts off to help us, give us ideas on how to raise some of those. I tried the M&M thing, and that was a flop, but, keep trying.
Oh, does that mean we can eat the M&Ms?
Well, I mean, Holly Trim won them.
Open there beside him.
Holly Trim won them, but I just didn't get as much participation as I thought I was going to.
That's so hard to find a way to pique people's interest that they want to make a donation, and it's.
Of course, a lot of, if not most, of Lift Heavy Run Long communities given, so I don't expect them to. I mean, some have given twice, but, I don't expect them to carry me through on extra money.
Well, you've already made your goal, haven't you? Yeah. I think if you give people free alcohol, they will give you money. like if you go, okay, I'm going to have a party where you can have free beer all night long.
They'll give you just about anything.
But you have to donate $20. I mean, you would make $1,000.
I would go to the opposite way. I would say, I'll go buy a $300 bottle of scotch and be like, if you donate $25, you're entered into the raffle
to win the
$300.
Yeah, that would work too, right?
And I bet you I'd raise more than $300.
Yeah, there's no question.
I bet you'd get drunk enough to tell everybody there wasn't going to be a raffle after all.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't say it was going to be a full bottle.
Hey, that's right.
Thanks.
You should have known to take him literally.
Thanks for your donations to St. Jude, but the scotch is gone.
Here's the bottle that the $300 for the scotch
That
was
everybody's
in.
like, who won? You're like, some guy named Jimmy.
That's right. Yeah. Congratulations, Jimmy.
I gotta go make a fake Facebook profile.
Jimmy Swanson donated $200.
No relation.
Speaking of literal, we were at my dad's house for Father's Day, and my stepbrother was there, and my dad's wife, Deborah, his mom sent him out for candles for the kid's birthday. And he comes back, and he's got, like, candles, like, that you put out in your in your kitchen. And he said, we're giving him hell, and we're laughing at him. And he's like, I don't know. You said get candles. You know, you didn't tell me what kind. And he goes, 2 things you need to know about me. I'm very literal, and I'm also not very smart.
I brought you candles. I met the request.
You asked for candles. I brought you candles.
You didn't say cake. You didn't say cake candles. Or
no, she just told just go get some candles.
We had a wonderful Father's Day. Did y'all do anything
nice.
for Father's Day?
Oh, man. Yeah. We were at the river this weekend. Saturday, we came home Sunday morning and spent the rest of the day at the pool. And then ended up with the neighbors at the Mexican restaurant. And we've done that like every weekend so far this summer.
The Mexican restaurant at the river?
No, we
here.
came home on Sunday morning.
When you say the Mexican restaurant, where is this Mexican restaurant?
The one that we went to is across from our neighborhood. It's called Mi Pueblo, I think. It's on Goodman Road next to the DeSoto Medical Place.
We've been there.
We have? Okay. Our
Up near
the
Kroger.
Mexican restaurant is on Hacks Cross, Rancho Grande.
Gotcha.
But everybody
yeah.
everybody needs the Mexican restaurant.
Is that where I met you and the Kales
Yep.
one day after the gym? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we have a couple of them because there's at least two right around the corner from each other from where we live.
Is there one that you refer to by the name of the restaurant and the other one that you call the Mexican place?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some investigation and see.
Yeah, well, you need to have the Mexican joint. And that way, if you're ever like in trouble, and you can say, meet me at the Mexican joint.
Well, that's like when Stacy and I go for a steak. It's like, hey, I'm going to go get a steak. And we never say where we're going. And I was sitting out at the parking lot one day, and I was like, I'm assuming this is where we're supposed to go. So we always go to AC's. And, of course, she pulled up. I'm like, okay, good. I was just making sure. She's like, yeah, if we say steak, it's AC.
You know, everybody in the restaurant at AC's knows Amanda.
Well, I know everybody there.
Because she has a raw steak.
Because she
Yeah.
orders the raw steak.
They call her the Blue Girl
The blue girl?
because her steak is blue. She orders her steak blue, and they all know her. And when she places her order, they tell the cooks it's for the Blue Girl. It's pretty cool. She's like the norm of red
Famous.
meat.
You're famous.
I am famous.
She's the norm of
Your
blue meat.
Your meat.
My meat
your
is
blue
blue.
meat famous.
Oh, my God. So many people are going to say bad things.
Put some of that with those quarter-pound hot dogs.
Show us what those hot dogs look like again. I'm just going to cut off all the audio and just have Vaughn. And then we're going to raise money. If you can tell us what Vaughn's describing, then...
He says he's bringing it tomorrow.
Oh, good. Okay. Wilmahawk does, in fact. We've got proof of Clapper.
I see he didn't publish that on the live feed. He
doesn't want anybody to know who Tammy is.
Right,
he
yeah.
switched to text message to let us know.
So
Once his Twitter handle's been outed.
yeah,
I spent all day yesterday fishing with Katie and her dad. It was her dad's birthday and Father's Day.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Cool.
I rarely go fishing, and I did end up frustrated quite a few times, but I had a great time. That, like, even just sitting in the boat, putting the fishing pole down, because for me, it's put a cricket on the hook, throw it out, lose the cricket, put a cricket on the hook, throw it out, lose the cricket, put a cricket on the hook, throw it out, lose. And, like, Katie's pulled in 5 fish, and she's keeping her cricket each time. Like, and so after about 5 hours of this, I'm, like, thoroughly frustrated.
you don't know how to put a hook in a cricket.
And so, well, she tried to
Katie,
make sure
will
that
you
I was
put my
putting it
cricket
on
the
there.
hook?
She did have to bait my hook one time, so
She cast it for you?
she didn't cast it for me.
Did
You have to take the fish off?
Did you throw the pole in the water while you were trying to cast it?
No. But anyways, even when I put the pole down and they were still fishing, it was still very relaxing and enjoyable just to be out there, like on the creek in the quiet of nature and that kind of thing. Seriously.
Where
It
were
was a
y'all
good
fishing?
Bumfuck Lauderdale County. I don't know.
Well, where is Lauderdale County? Is that in
That's
Tennessee?
north of Tifton County.
Where is Tipton County? Is that in Tennessee?
north of Shelby County.
Okay, now I know where Shelby County is.
Over there. Is there a lake out there? Is there a place to fish out there?
Yeah, it's Shelby County, Tipton County, Lauderdale County. I couldn't even tell you the name of the creek we were on.
I know where Perry County is for sure. That's about it.
Katie said she will put a cricket on your hook.
I think that's innuendo.
I'll put
think
a
so,
cricket
too.
on your hook anytime.
With those hot dogs Vaughn has.
And a blue.
And a blue meat.
Speaking of Vaughn's Blue Hot Dog, we got. I've got a question. This
Where
is
are you going with
this
this?
is
I'm
a
so
serious
scared right
question.
now.
This is serious.
Oh, no. Okay, stop.
This came up this week, and I'm not sure. I don't know that I've ever thought about it like this. Which is more, if you're going to have a pizza, which is more, extra pepperoni or double pepperoni?
Double?
Is double more than extra?
Okay,
Double would be double.
so you're saying
Extra.
if I order
Is there a
if I
difference?
order a pepperoni pizza and the option is regular or extra, and I pick extra, does that have more on it than if I order a double pepperoni pizza?
Yeah.
I think a double pepperoni pizza should have more.
Thank
I think
you.
so.
well,
too. I agree.
And that's easy because extra pepperoni could be one pepperoni or 5 pepperonis.
I've
Double
done extensive
pepperoni means-
research on this exact topic. Not intentionally, but pepperoni is my thing, and COVID pizza has been my spirit food. Like, that has been my emotional support food. It's been pizza. So
Well, double is double the amount.
and
Double
and
could also be extra.
I have tried it.
Right. Well,
Double
that's
is
why.
double's extra, but double's double.
But they had both the options.
If you
right?
have both options, there's
But
obviously
double
a
is
difference.
twice as much.
Right, but you could have extra that's 3 times as much.
You could, but it seems unlikely.
I agree. It seems unlikely. Don't get me wrong. But I was just Amanda acted as if I should know that. Like that was everyone should know this.
You've been
If-
working
if I
on
were-
web
if I were gonna,
developer
like-
stuff too long.
if I was gonna make like a statistical like thing about this, I would say extra is probably like 33 to 50% more than normal. Where double is double.
Yeah, got it.
That's where I'm at with it.
Double
Like,
is
You've got
100%
some kid
extra.
reaching in the pepperoni box, grabbing less than the big handful that he normally throws on the pizza.
I agree.
That's extra.
In reality, it's probably exactly the same.
Probably.
Extra is probably just like double
Katie said double is more, extra is a little
because nobody is really paying attention.
No, they're not. Because I can assure you, extra
don't count.
cheese
It
is
is
not really extra cheese. You're not
Yeah.
getting like a multiplied. There's no factor in there.
more. Extra sauce though?
Is that extra sauce?
Oh, it's
from
swimming.
where?
Pizza Hut
From
usually.
Pizza Hut. Yes,
Pizza
you're
Hut
correct.
extra sauce
What about
is swimming.
Do they have double sauce?
No, they just have extra sauce.
They don't have double sauce.
Domino's doesn't even really have sauce.
But see, the thing is like I can't pick. If I'm making my own pizza, I can't pick pepperoni twice. But I can order like a pepperoni lover's pizza, which has double the pepperoni on it by their definition, right? So, but I can order pepperoni and say extra, and they charge me like 69 cents more.
So, can you order a pepperoni's lover double extra pepperoni pizza?
Maybe you just got to think outside the box.
Wow.
Maybe I could.
We
I
have to
could
go deeper.
if I get extra double, is that triple? I think that's triple. I think we've just figured something out.
We have to go
Katie, I'm
deeper.
ordering a pizza. Just save it for me when it gets there.
Quadruple double pepperoni is what I would like.
Really, what I want to do is I want to order the pizza and like, have you? And this is a quick digression from this, but have you guys seen?
It's a digression from the digressions that we've digressed from.
Have you seen how some people are having fun during COVID with their like special delivery instructions for like Amazon and stuff like that?
Oh, no.
I saw a video, and this woman, like, this delivery lady, did this because I don't know if she knew it was a kid or if she just decided to do it or whatever. But it basically said, knock on the door, don't ring the doorbell, but after you can only knock 3 times, and I need you to yell abracadabra really loud. And like this was a video I saw on Facebook. Like the woman did it. And then I've got a friend of mine that lives up in Kentucky, Indiana, state line area, and she's doing delivery stuff. And she got a thing that said like, for the contactless delivery, knock on the door, but don't leave the food on the front porch because the dog next door will get it. I'll leave the car unlocked, so just put it on the front seat of the car. Put it in the front seat of the car. And like she did that. Anyways, apparently, and I think that was probably legit, but apparently people are having fun with this, and the delivery drivers are having fun with the ones that aren't too much of a giant pain in the ass to do. So kind of makes me want to do some kind of special instructions and have my Nest camera record it.
Have them twirl around like a ballerina 3 times.
I love the Ring doorbell and being able to watch people. On my
I was going to ask you about that. I've been keeping up with your trials and tribulations of your thermostat. How's that going?
It's
You
fixed.
figured out how
It
to
is
change the
fixed.
batteries.
What was the solution?
So I don't really know.
Okay,
I suspect it was some combination of power cycling,
that's what I
the
got from it.
furnace and the thermostat. I did go outside because I read an article about a guy that said to check the connector outside in the unit.
Uh-huh.
And so I went out and I was on the phone with my dad because he was like a 30-year HVAC guy. So I was like, I'm out here taking the panel off and I'm going to look at this connector. And he goes, well, it's not the connector because blah, 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 whatever. And I said, well, I don't know. I'm going to poke my finger on it a little bit. So I did that, and then it didn't really do anything. Put the panel back on, went back in, cycled the power again, and the thing started working. So I don't know if
So it's probably going to break again.
and so far it's not broken. So
Do you think it had anything to do with the? Didn't you just install a new panel that had fried out? Do you think that had something to do with it?
I don't think so. Knock on wood.
Okay.
The circuit board still works. So
Daniela Krauss, a former pizza shop manager for 12 years, double pepperonis more.
Ah, okay.
More
Wow.
times, pizza makers have a topping chart to go by. Extra pepperonis, just a few extra than listed on the topping chart, usually 6 to 9. If it's double, you double the chart.
well, there's your expert.
I have the
opinion.
best friends in the world. Who do you know right now that you could go to
And say,
with
give me
a
this
question
answer.
like that and get the facts?
Get the facts.
And we get the facts, man.
Well, we can do
Daniela?
that. We can do that with anything. I mean, all of
Yeah.
the wonderful people that we know, we can pretty much know anything without Siri or Google. We could just ask people,
That's right.
and they
That's
know.
right. More than the average person can do.
And I mean, we don't know anybody that has a bad opinion about anything.
That's correct.
I mean,
Let's
everybody
see.
is so smart.
And
With
they're
great-
all
with great-
relatively abnormal in some way or the other that they can really find the serious
With
stuff.
great power comes great responsibility.
That's
I
true.
just want to remind you guys.
That's right.
So tell
Wow.
them what you got for your anniversary present.
Not wireless.
we can talk about presents. I've gotten presents too.
Did y'all know that you can buy light bulbs at a reasonable price that you can turn on and off from anywhere?
Are we talking about
The-
like
the
Wemo-
Amazon
Wemo-
lights.
Oh, the Amazon lights. Okay.
They hook up to your
Like the
internet.
Hue light.
They hook up to your phone. You just screw them in. They hook up to your phone.
Or
Wow.
if you
You
have
name them.
Or if you have Amazon, you just say Alexa,
Yeah.
turn off.
Well,
Yeah, you
does
can
the
hook up
light
to
bulb
Alexa, too.
die? Like every time you replace the light bulb, do you have to?
It comes in all the computer stuff is
It's all
in the
built
bulb.
in the bulb.
Yeah, so those are like the Philip Hue light bulbs that have like the multicolors. I mean, Amazon has some too, but
Well, how long do
Uh,
they last? Do they last forever?
Don't say anything to try to bring down my light bulb.
no.
They're LED
no.
lights, so they should last.
They should
Oh,
last
okay.
a really long time, and they're not.
It told me how many years they're supposed to
They're
last.
like
There's a lot.
marginally more expensive than a regular LED
Yes.
light, but not enough to matter if that's what you want.
It was like
what-
$15 or something. I would have
So-
said it was 160 a bulb.
Oh, cool.
So what we bought
them on.
was a thing to go into the socket that the lamp plugs into,
Yeah, I love
and
it.
so that turns the lamp on or off.
Yeah.
And then I bought some. I've actually replaced like light switches to like for overhead lights that are all controllable the same way.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So,
we were going to try these out first and then see how it went.
I wonder if Katie's listening on the TV at home, because I could say, Alexa, turn off the den, and it would turn off all the lights in the den. And there's like 6 different lights, and so that's a group. The den is like a group or whatever. Or I can say...
And then she starts playing the sexy music.
Pre-programmed.
Tammy.
True story. Oh, Tammy. I have a friend.
Alexa, play the Swanson.
I have a friend that set up like a sexy command like that for when he had somebody special over, and he was showing it off to a coworker and set it into his phone. And there was somebody still at his house, and all of a sudden, like, the lights went down and the music started playing and stuff. Best story ever, anyways.
Katie said you asshole him in the darkness.
I love all that technology stuff.
We got LED lights for my son, Jackson's room. And so there's like a string of lights around his ceiling.
Yeah.
And he can control them with his phone and change the colors of them. And, like,
really?
They'll sync to music and stuff like that. So he can play music and it'll be like...
God,
that's pretty cool, yeah.
That is so nuts. Yeah. Jackson's looking fly. He got his
braces.
braces,
He got his braces off today.
Looks like a different person.
He does.
He looks like a mini you.
Yeah, he looks...
about 18.
He's growing up.
Yep, fast.
Ed Horrell said, is Wilson's bulb still burning?
He's so witty.
What were we talking about?
Presents. What'd you get?
Oh, yeah. So I got some golf shoes.
Oh, yeah, I saw those. Those were nice. They're pretty fun.
My son has started playing golf, and he's, like, really good at it and loving it. And so I got really excited about that, and I was like, man, let's go start playing golf. So my wife bought me some shoes.
Katie wanted me to bust your balls about golf being an expensive hobby, like collecting wireless earbuds.
This is true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Touche.
I'm almost on Swanson level.
Right. That is very Swanson-y.
Yeah. And
I'm jealous, though, because my golf bag got eaten by mice in my storage unit.
Ooh.
And so I don't even have a good golf bag right now, but I want to get out and play.
It's a lot of fun. I took Jackson to play his first round. It was a crappy golf course, but we had a lot of fun. Teaching him all the rules and stuff, like you can't do this, don't do that, don't walk right there and that kind of stuff. And it was just a lot of fun. And he loves it. So I think we're going to join like a club across the street from the house and start playing a lot more. So
Amanda, do you play?
I don't.
I think it would be awesome to find somebody to follow us around with a camera like you guys did, like way back when it was just the two of you, but follow the four of us around playing around the golf.
Oh, it's so fun.
I could do that. I could drive the car.
It's so fun.
No, I didn't mean. I meant you play and be a part of it.
Oh God,
so funny.
I went with my friend in pharmacy school with my friend Darren, and the first time I ever picked up a club, I cranked a ball like just. He was like, "Oh my God!" But then after that, it went downhill. But it was like really nice to feel that connect, just like.
Oh, that connect. You can hit one of those in a round of golf, and you can't wait to get back to the next round.
I'm convinced the golf balls they know, like on the 8th or 9th hole, if you're only playing 9, or on the 17th or 18th hole, if you're playing 18, it's like you're going to have that one perfect drive or that one awesome chip or that one really great putt, and it's like, fuck, I got to come back.
The first time I took my son to the driving range, which was just a couple months ago now. I mean, I was so excited. I bought 2 large buckets. We had a lot of balls, and I was out there hitting balls with him. He was
Were they blue?
They were yellow, and so he's like just over there. He's just like, "Arr!" And I could tell he probably wanted to say a cuss word, and if I wasn't around, he probably would have. But no lie, like the very last ball out of these 2 large buckets, my son connects to it and just cranks it down the thing, and I was like, whoa. And he was like, whoa, did you see that? I was like, that's how it works. You know, he's like, can we come back tomorrow? I was like, this is exactly how this game works, because it's going to suck for a whole 2 hours, and then right at the end of the 2 hours you're going to do something that makes you go, this game is awesome.
That one ball is going to cost you $20,000 over the course of the next 4 years.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I went to this older gentleman's house a few weeks ago, and he was showing me that he'd hit a hole in one 3 different times. The last time was in 1976, but he's still talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's like a once in a lifetime thing.
Well, he did it
is,
3 times. So
We took out insurance for a golf tournament that we put on for the hole in one, and the insurance is very affordable. I don't remember what it was.
Wait, an insurance to hit a
In case we offered $1 million for if you were to hit a hole in one on a par 3.
And you have the insurance in case somebody makes it and you have to pay $1 million.
Oh.
the
Because
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah, so
insurance is basically paying the bet because it's a highly unlikely.
Yeah, nobody's going to win that.
And
Right.
and you got to
So-
think like from there, and I'm gonna guess, it's $1,000 or $2,000 for that hole in one insurance, maybe even less.
It was less.
Yeah, but you figure 100,000 tournaments happen in the U.S. and if they all buy that insurance and they pay out
Oh, so
once,
it's not like you guys can go out and Wilson's like, I bet you $1 million bucks.
No,
you
no,
can
no.
make a
Oh,
hole."
no, it's
No.
for
And
a
him
tournament.
call his insurance
No,
company.
no.
Hey,
It's
guys.
got to have witnesses. It's
Okay.
got to have people. I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 people sitting on the green had to be recorded.
Yeah, so it's like it's for a golf tournament, and you sell tickets to be able to be in the hole-in-one contest.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
So not only do I pay to get into your tournament, I also will pay extra money just in case I get that hole-in-one and win the $1 million.
Okay.
So you're double dipping money anyway.
We were at Stonebridge probably 15 years ago, something like. Has it been around that long?
Yeah.
Stonebridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
20 years ago. It's
Yeah,
been a
lot
long
longer.
time.
Yeah.
And I was playing golf with my best friend. He's on this hole, tees off, wham, nails this guy's house,
Well,
which happens,
yep.
but you don't want to do it a lot. The guy comes out of his house, and we're like, all right, dude, straighten up, make sure you hit this ball. Wham, hits the exact same shot. The exact same shot. Hits this guy's house. The guy's like, come on, man. We're like, sorry. 20 years later, fast forward to like a year and a half ago, we're sitting on that tee box, and I'm like, man, you remember that time you nailed that dude's house like 20 years ago? He said, wham, he hit it in the exact same spot.
Some things never change.
And unintentionally, totally unintentionally.
And the same
all
guy
of-
came out?
Yeah, right.
A little bit older, a little bit more gray hair. Yeah.
I remember you.
We're at dinner tonight. Where'd we go to eat?
Something fusion, something.
Yeah, Urban Fusion.
Yeah. There you go.
Japanese restaurant.
Over there by my house.
Yes.
We order some food. I usually get chopsticks. I start with chopsticks until I get frustrated. Then I go to the fork. Amanda's more worldly, so she can use the chopsticks.
So y'all went inside and sat down and ate?
We did.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And so as I'm eating, I said, I can't do these damn chopsticks. I don't know why I can't do chopsticks. And she just casually, she's not really probably listening to me too much. She goes, well, I mean, that's all right. I don't think they probably taught you to use chopsticks in rehab. And I said, what the hell does that mean? I said, I didn't grow up in a mental facility.
You sweat so much.
How long do you think I was in rehab for?
My point was,
Did you go to elementary school in rehab?
Listen, everything good that you know came from rehab.
That's true.
my point was, there's other things in life that you were focusing on. I'm sure chopsticks isn't one of them.
Got to work on that
Essentially
delivery,
saying
man.
don't know.
that 1 month period is the
I'll get
only
you a
time you had
shovel.
any sort of focus in your life at all. If you were going to learn to use chopsticks, it would have been that.
Because you didn't learn anything before that or after at all. I don't know who taught you to tie your shoes.
Rehab.
He's got Crocs on. He doesn't tie his shoes.
Mystery solved. No wonder you wear Crocs. I never learned to tie my shoe.
Oh, my God. We got to stop.
Oh, man. That made my day.
That was plenty.
That was a well-placed Crocs joke,
That was plenty.
as opposed to the usual trolling that we do.
Oh, dude.
Oh, does anybody have anything to talk about? I'm pretty much.
I don't know. That was a fitting ender.
I want to go back to my. So I was talking about the special delivery instructions. I want to order a pizza, put an exceptionally large tip on it, and then the special instructions say, "I want quadruple pepperoni," and see what I get.
You expect them to deliver the pizza and then go back once they see the note that says quadruple pizza?
It's all printed out at the same time, like that the person making it sees.
Okay.
So they already see the tip the minute you order the pizza.
The tip would be.
so.
You're right. The tip is everything.
Yeah, I think if I left her. Are we talking about
What? I was still laughing about the Crocs joke.
That's what she said.
Wasn't going to say anything important or inappropriate.
You can't get anywhere without the tip.
Well, let us know if you do it. Let us know what happens.
How much
think
of a tip do you have to leave before the person comes back and goes, "Are you sure you meant to leave that much money?"
Danielle, can she tell us?
Like,
she could probably Daniela can tell us what it takes to actually get triple pepperoni, double cheese. What's the percentage of tip required to do that?
And could tell us whether I'm correct in knowing that the preparer of the pizza can see those things.
But they don't get the tip, right? The driver.
I think that's all shared, but I don't know.
I never really thought about that. If the driver gets all that, or if it gets shared.
Because like if you're in a restaurant, like a waiter or waitress shares their tips with
When I was
the
at
bartender and the busboys
cooks.
and stuff like that.
when I worked at Papa John's, at the time, this was when I was in high school. We got all the tips.
Okay, well then that probably wouldn't work out in my favor.
Yeah, we didn't have to share that with anybody.
Unless I couldn't even say that because then if the delivery driver is the only one seeing the special instructions, because I'd be like, I'll send a $20 bill back with the delivery driver to the cook that makes this if I get quadruple pepperoni.
They would communicate that
Yeah.
because there was so many regulars. People relied on regulars. People would know whose address was ordering, who was a good tipper and that sort of thing. And
It's funny at work. I've been eating a lot of pizza, whether at home or at work or whatever.
that's good.
And the Pizza Hut driver showed up at work, let's just say a week and a half ago.
Today.
And he forgot to bring the drink that I ordered. He's like, "Man, I forgot your drink." And I was like, "Did you forget it in the car?" And he's like, "No, I'm going to have to drive back to the thing." And I was like, "Don't worry about it." He's like, "You order from us a lot. I'm going to bring it next time. I'll remember you." It's like, I feel
you order
judged.
from us a lot.
Melissa said the drivers kept it at Domino's.
Yeah, I could be. I just wonder who sees those instructions.
But you could see
If
like
everybody
a driver
sees the
slipping into the
instructions.
kitchen, like grabbing extra pepperoni and throwing it on your
Right.
pizza.
I'll take it.
Do y'all watch scary movies?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of scary movie.
Amanda wants to watch a movie with you.
Uh,
She's one.
Thrillers, yes. Horror movies, no.
I don't do gore very well.
Yeah,
so
that's
This
it.
isn't gore.
If you're talking about hardcore gore
I'm
movies,
scared
I can't
shitless of any kind of movie.
Well, I
like
am too,
that.
but this one, the trailer's so good
What are we
that I
talking
think I want to see it, but it has to be like complete daylight outside, all the lights
Well,
have
it's not
to
a
be
new
on.
movie because there aren't any of those.
No, the one with Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried that they're showing on Facebook. Like
What's it called?
Okay, it starts off with Kevin Bacon and his kid, and he says the outside of the house is 28 feet,
Are
and
you
the kids
talking
are
about
like,
the movie?
"What's wrong with that?" And he said, "Well, the inside of the house is only 23 feet." So there's something in the friggin' walls, and Amanda's like, "You got to watch this with me." I was like, "Not on your life. I'm not watching. You're not even watching it on a television in this house, or even a device for that matter. You need to go watch it somewhere else."
you should have left.
You should have left.
You
Is
should
the
have
name
left.
of
Okay.
that's the scary name.
What year did that come out?
I think this year.
Pretty
This
new.
year?
I mean, it's like pretty new.
It's probably one of those things that's been in production for a while, and like they were
Yeah, it's this
waiting
year.
for stuff to open up so that they could do it in the theaters, and they probably just decided,
Well,
screw
it
it.
surprised me. My son Jackson went to a movie this weekend.
Did he really?
I saw the theaters were open. It kind of shocked me.
So
In Olive Branch there?
Yeah.
And
Okay, 'cause it's not in Memphis.
they had to buy the tickets in advance and choose their seats. So when you buy your ticket, you have to choose your seat.
Malco's been moving towards that anyway.
And you can only choose a certain random seats. So he met him and two of his buddies with three girls went into a movie, but they had to pick their seat.
They all had to sit in separate seats.
Yeah.
They didn't watch the movie anyway.
Well, not if you have to sit in a certain
Who
seat.
said they're
Amanda,
sitting in the
Melissa
seats?
I thought he said they had to sit in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the lights
yeah,
go
yeah.
out, the girls can't cross.
Oh,
And
I
that's
guess,
when
I
they
guess
start
what
French
happens.
kissing with tongue.
Amanda,
That's how they do it in
Melissa
France.
says you can come watch the movie at her house.
Okay. She has like big windows at her house, so it has to be like total daylight. So I'll
That's
be- I'll
what
be
happens
scared.
once the socks start missing.
You should leave.
Should have left.
You should have left.
Do y'all watch Downton Abbey?
My mom
K-Max
did.
is a
Are you
huge
gonna
fan.
tell on me?
I woke up the other night and Amanda was in hysterics. She was crying like somebody had murdered Charlie.
Yo, I've not cried
Oh,
like I've not
I
cried
thought
like
laughing.
that.
I
Oh,
didn't.
No,
Holly-
no,
Holly
no.
watched it?
She was like hunched over, like I could see her shoulders. Like she doesn't really ever do a lot of crying.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
haven't
a
seen her
crier.
cry
She
like
doesn't
this.
let you see her cry.
I'll have to ask Holly. I'm pretty sure she watched it.
I haven't
know
Katie
cried
did.
that hard since my grandmother passed away when I was in 8th grade.
She did it twice. Like
And-
2
yeah.
hours later, I wake up and
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you
I
still
woke
crying?"
up
She's like,
crying.
"No, this is something I played last night."
I had to go outside because I was crying so hard because I was going to wake him up again. I had to go sit outside on the porch and like
Wow.
let it all out. I was so upset. It was so upset.
We should probably assume that may not have all been about Downton Abbey. There's a lot of pent up things going on with COVID
Well, I
and
know,
everything
yeah,
else.
that's true.
I get it. I
That's
know
true.
where you're going with this.
Your husband wears Crocs.
You're always going this direction. That joke is always there. Every week.
And it's always
It's
funny.
here in my face.
Well, you're wearing them. Stop wearing them.
Katie wants to know what episode it was.
It's middle of season 3. I can't say what Sybil comes back home and she's gonna have the baby. That
Okay.
episode.
She's probably about 30 seconds behind, so we'll see if
Okay.
she responds.
Sybil's my favorite character. I love her.
And I have watched about 18 seconds of each episode,
He cannot stay awake.
and then I fall asleep and I wake up and I'm like, "What happened?" She's like, "Did you not even
that's
make
just
it to
one.
bed?"
I don't think that's one I would watch.
Yeah, probably
I-
not.
I would probably
You,
give it
you may
something.
be surprised though. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I don't know what it is. You wouldn't.
That one's not soap opera-ish, right? It's more
No,
just...
it's just more of like British life, like when they had the big houses back.
She
in
said,
the
"Oh,
day.
yep, gotcha."
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so it's like right now we're in the early 1920s over in Britain, over in London.
Over
Speaking of
there.
the 1920s, did you guys watch Peaky Blinders? Have we talked about that show?
We've talked about it, but I haven't
Netflix?
watched it.
That's about the same era, and it's happening in England. That's a really, really good. It's like a gangster, gangsters in England type
Okay.
show, or gangs, I should say, not gangsters. I don't think they're.
Like Gangsters in Paris.
I don't know. I don't know anything about gangsters in Paris.
Steve Wilk likes the Croc jokes.
I bet he does.
He says we're not allowed to stop them ever.
Well, I'm not going to stop wearing them.
Apparently, we've got plenty of them. They just happen on the fly.
Yeah, they do. We're out of time.
All right.
Aw.
That's unfortunate. This has been a
A lot of fun.
lot of fun. I mean, they usually are, but this week especially.
Maybe 2 weeks is, we've taken off a week. Maybe that's it. We
Oh,
I
have.
was going to say
right.
every
I
other
forgot
week
about
is like
that.
I like that format, but
Do you like that format,
Yeah.
really? Would that make your life easier?
yeah.
Would that make your life easier?
I don't know about easier, but I think it makes the podcast easier for sure.
Do you think it makes the podcast better?
Yeah.
I think right now with, and I hate to sound so heavy, but with like all that everybody's dealing with, it just makes it easier to not have to be on every week. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense?
Okay.
Yeah, that does.
And I
make
mean
perfect sense.
on, not like show on, but like, I don't know. This takes.
Yeah.
Just not sitting here like a bump on a log going,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, everything sucks."
Well, I'm usually the controlling one. It's like we got to do this. But if we need to do it every other week, we can do that. As long as the thing continues on some sort of regular
Right.
level.
I approve of whatever medicine you're on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. You don't have to. You don't have to tell us.
I like this. I like this Chill Wilson.
It's just how I am.
It's.
It is. You're just.
I don't know how you found your Zen, but
It's just the way I are.
He's meditating a lot.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. So we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Word.
Okay.
Lift Heavy Run Long number
187
is in the books.
That was loud.
That was loud.
That was loud too. That's loud